I've kind of made some videos like this in the past about manifestation and law of attraction and how to attract the dream life that you want. But in this video in particular, I want to talk about how to manifest wealth, abundance, money into your life. I think we all kind of come from a place where we think that we have to work really hard in order to be rich, in order to be wealthy, in order to be comfortable financially. But I've recently learned that that's definitely not the case. If you guys have followed my story, you guys know I used to work a 9 to 5. I was making really, really good money. I was making like $5K a month. By the end of every single day, by the end of the week, I was always exhausted. I was super, super tired. I just was not happy. And I eventually quit my job back in June. And now I'm in a place where I've definitely realized that you do not have to work as hard in order to make more money. I'm now making anywhere from 10K to even 30K a month, y'all, which is absolutely insane. Like, I never thought I'd be in a place where I'm working less and making this much money. And obviously as an entrepreneur, it's very easy to be in a place where you feel like you have to work more. But I eventually learned that once you start doing a few mindset shifts, you can really just attract money into your life easily. So in this video, I really want to explain to you guys some major shifts that I made in my life that have helped me get to this place. I do want to say a little disclaimer before I get actually deep into this video. I think a lot of people, when they cover this topic, a lot of like spiritual people can tend to come off very tone deaf when they talk about attracting money and wealth into your life. Because I think a lot of people sometimes forget that there is definitely a level of privilege that is required in order to be able to even like have this conversation. You cannot go up to someone who is sleeping on the street or who is working 2 jobs in order to feed their family and still barely getting by and tell them just to like change their mindset and they'll be fine. Just change your mindset. Just start manifesting things and you'll be rich all of a sudden. Like, that's just not reality. It's not the world that we live in. So I don't necessarily agree with the like idea that you don't have to work hard in order to be successful and make money. Because again, depending on what cards you're given when you were born, chances are you're gonna have to work a little bit hard to get to where you want to be. But I do believe that once you start working hard, there is a mindset shift that you can make to start really attracting wealth and abundance into your life, so you do not have to work as hard in order to then grow your wealth and just live comfortably. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what we all kind of want. So the first step to manifesting financial abundance into your life is simply making a mindset shift. You have to really start not only claiming, but truly believing that the life that you want, that the financial abundance that you want in your life is already yours, that it already belongs to you. And I've talked about this a lot in my other videos on manifestation, which I will link somewhere in this video. But specifically when it comes to money, this does require a lot of work, a lot of mental work. Because again, if you are not born into generational wealth, chances are you have grown up with this idea that you have to work really hard in order to be comfortable financially. A lot of us have this very deep and internalized fear around money. And a lot of what this mindset shift is going to involve you doing is making a shift in realizing that you can be safe, that you are protected, that you are secure without, again, having to bust your ass and be exhausted by the end of every single week in order to get by. So in order to start attracting financial abundance into your life, you're gonna have to start operating from a place of love instead of fear. And the way that I really recommend you start doing this inner work in order to get to this place is you have to first unlearn, and then you have to listen, and then you have to affirm, and then you have to repeat this cycle. So let me go into a little bit of detail explaining what all this means. So first, like I said, you have to unlearn. Again, a lot of us have these deep internalized fears around money, and you have to start unlearning and figuring out where those fears come from. What environment did you grow up in? What did your parents teach you about money that does not make you feel like you can easily attract money into your life? A lot of us have this, whether you grew up very low income, whether your parents were middle class or even upper class. There's still a lot of very rich people who are still very scared of money. This is why you see a lot of rich people who hoard their wealth, who are very selfish with their wealth, because a lot of people, again, no matter what class you're in, are very scared of money. So we really have to go within to really understand our negative core beliefs, to understand where they come from, and then to understand why they are stopping us or how they are stopping us from reaching our full potential. This process of really digging into and understanding our negative core beliefs is called shadow work, and I talk about it a lot on my channel. I have a few other videos which you guys can go watch if you guys want to go learn more about how to do that specifically. But I always will say shadow work is a very important step to manifestation that a lot of people forget, because again, unless you actually deal with your demons, unless you deal with your actual fears, you're not going to be able to start attracting the life that you want, because these things will always get in your way. So once you start doing shadow work, you can then start listening. Listen to your thoughts, observe your thoughts. And one really great way to do this, of course, is through meditation. Meditation is a very great practice because it's going to help you become present and become more aware of your thoughts. So as you start going through your everyday life, you will start to be able to watch your thoughts more frequently instead of actually believing all of them to be true. So when you have a fear around, okay, I need to keep working really hard on my 9 to 5 or else I will be not secure financially, whenever you have that thought passing through your head and your boss is yelling at you and you start to really take it seriously and actually believe that it's really that big of a deal, that your boss is mad at you, when in reality it's not that big of a deal because your 9 to 5 is not that important. When you start having that thought, you can start to be like, okay, wait, no, that's a negative core belief, because you can catch it because you've done the shadow work, right? You've done the work. You'll catch that thought and then you can start to understand, okay, this is where it comes from. So that's why it's really, really important to not only do the shadow work, but again, have some kind of practice, ideally maybe meditation, that will help you get yourself back to the present and that will help you observe and watch your thoughts so that you can understand, again, where they do come from. Hopefully that makes sense. If you guys want to learn more about this, I definitely recommend you guys go check out my ebook on how to escape the 9 to 5. It essentially covers all the things that I'm covering in this video in more detail, because obviously in order to escape the 9 to 5, you have to start attracting wealth into your life. So if you guys hear me mention anything in this video that you want to learn more about and that you really want to learn how to apply to your life specifically, then my ebook will help you do that. I really help you guys make a plan on how to not only do shadow work, not only how to change your mindset, but then again, also how to start attracting financial abundance. And eventually, if you are working a 9 to 5, quit your 9 to 5. So I will leave a link to it down below, and you guys can use the discount code December to get 15% off. That discount code will last until this Saturday, so definitely take advantage of it. I honestly feel like this is like a really great gift to give yourself for the holidays too. It's about to be January. You can start doing your planning and really figure out how you want to implement all of these steps in 2022. So yeah, definitely take advantage of that. So the next step in changing your mindset when it comes to financial abundance is affirming. You need to affirm to yourself that you are capable of attracting financial abundance into your life so that you can begin internalizing some positive core beliefs into your subconscious that will then start replacing all the negative core beliefs that you have around money. So you need to start affirming to yourself that you are capable of attracting financial abundance into your life, that you don't have to work super hard, that money flows to you easily. I have a lot of affirmations that I like to listen to in the mornings that have helped me really start internalizing all of these positive core beliefs. So I will leave a link to those down below. So once you start making these mindset shifts, you'll really start to be able to operate from a place of love, from a place of inner peace and confidence, and a knowing that whatever it is that you want in your life is already yours. And 9 times out of 10, what is standing in your way is yourself, your own negative core beliefs. And any external things that are getting in your way, whether that be your job or someone or just the conditions that you live in, that you've been born into, they will be taken care of either through the universe or through yourself. And that kind of leads me into my next big thing, is figuring out the action. What action can you take to start taking care of the external things that are in your way, but also to start opening whatever opportunities, whatever doors you need to start opening to get to financial abundance. So the first step that I really recommend you take in order to start putting this into action is to start scripting. I've talked about scripting a lot in my other manifestation videos, but scripting is essentially you writing down what it is that you want to be doing as if it's already happening. So write down all of your financial goals and get as specific as possible. For me, when I was trying to manifest where I am right now, I didn't write down a specific financial number that I wanted to reach, but when I was working my 9 to 5, I would write down that I would be making more than what I was making at my 9 to 5 while making content. And again, because of all the inner work that I was doing to change my mindset, I was really able to start visualizing this as if it was already happening to me. I was able to start visualizing a specific day in my life as if I was already starting to make the money that I wanted to be making. I was able to visualize the future car that I'm now driving. I was able to start visualizing what I was wearing, what I was feeling that day as I was driving to the post office to maybe go drop off a package. I was able to really start seeing that future as if it was already happening, and now it is. So again, work on your mindset shift, which will always be a work in progress, and then start putting the pen to paper. Start claiming all of the financial abundance and wealth to be yours as if it already is yours, because it is. So once you've started visualizing your future self as if they are already making that amount of money that you want to be making, you then want to start breaking down how you are going to get there through tangible goals, because the goal is to really get you from this point where you're currently at to this point over here. And it takes more than just a mindset shift to figure out how you're going to get there, right? Because you have to start taking the steps to get there. So what you really want to start doing is breaking down your goals into long-term and then short-term goals. You can kind of already start to visualize what your long-term goals are because you're doing the scripting. So when you start really figuring out what those short-term goals are, what those monthly, those weekly, those daily like to-do list action items are, you'll really start operating again as if you were already your future self. And by doing that, you will then start attracting that money to you. You'll really start identifying, okay, this is how my future self is making this much amount of money. So this is what I need to start doing in order to start aligning with that future self. Maybe if you want to be a content creator and you want to be making a certain amount of money as a content creator, you know that every single week you need to upload this many videos, this many pictures. It's going to look different depending on whatever it is that you want to do to start making money. But if you really start identifying again your future self and then the short-term goals, you will be able to start bridging the gap to figuring out how you are going to get there. Again, I know I'm not going into specific detail in this video, but that's just because this video could literally be an hour long if I really start breaking every single step down. But hopefully that makes sense. Again, prioritize the mindset shift and continue that process. Let that be an ongoing process for you as you then start to figure out the tangible actions that you can take, the long-term and then the short-term goals that you can start etching away at in order to get to where you want to be. As you start doing these things, they will start kind of feeding into each other, because your action will help you start to make more mindset shifts. And then your mindset shifts will really help you start understanding your purpose and what specific actions you need to start taking in order to start making more money. They will really start to feed into each other, but you really need to tap into both feminine and masculine energies. A lot of that mindset shift stuff that you need to start doing is what people would call feminine energy, tapping into your feminine energy. So whether you are a man or a woman, you have feminine energy within you. You need to start tapping into that feminine energy, but also that masculine energy that is very much about action, execution, tangible doing. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys want me to go into any more detail on any of these topics that I mentioned in this video, definitely do let me know. I have a lot of videos on my channel, again, about manifestation, about how to do the mindset shift and the inner work. I also have a lot of videos about the tangible action, right? How to start making more money. I have budgeting videos. I have videos where I really show my journey on how I've become a full-time content creator. So anything that you have questions on, chances are I've either answered it in another video or in my ebook. So again, definitely go check out my ebook if you guys haven't already. And yeah, I really hope this was helpful in some way. Again, let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any questions. And also let me know in the comments down below what specific step has really helped you start attracting more money into your life. What is one thing that I've maybe mentioned in this video that you have found to be very, very helpful? Because by you sharing your experience, it's probably gonna help someone else. So let's all learn from each other. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel if you guys are not already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.